Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, home of the OG weekly market updates, where every Monday morning we go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. We do also cover the big Pokemon news that cards are set to get revealed. And we do have to do the question of the day. What is your all-time favorite monkey Pokemon? And I have to announce the winner for the Shroud of Fable Pokemon Center ETB, and is that Ryan Ellum. So just shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram. I'll get that box sent out to you. And we do have to give thanks to our video sponsor, and that is Arizona TCG. If you guys got a bunch of graded cards you're looking to sell, could be PSA, CGC, Beckett, Tag, One Piece, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Does not matter, and you guys do not want to deal with a bunch of people lowballing you every single day, then you can send all your cards to Arizona TCG. They're going to take professional scans, then they're going to post it to their massive weekly eBay auctions. And these guys are one of the best price consignment services in the game, so you will not be disappointed. Definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. And of course, you guys want to try out PSA for your first time, click the link, use the code BEARD25, you get $25 off. And if you guys want to try out Tag for your first time, click the link, use the code BEARD102, you get 10% off your first submission. And if you guys could do me the biggest favor ever, and also if you guys love Market Monday and Falling Friday and you guys want to watch it hours before I post it on YouTube completely for free, download the FANATICS Live app, and you can go right on there and hit Collect Originals, and you will see Pokebeard TCG with Pokemon Market Monday Early Access. If you guys could give me a follow there, it would mean a ton. And I'll have all the links in the description for that. But all right, hopping to Poke Beach, we got the Storm Emeralda set. So we did get the Rayquaza card here, just the basic one. But what I found interesting is we got another split card. Look at this, Legendary Summit Trainer. This card is crazy looking. I'm a massive fan of this stuff because I love the Legend cards. So, especially, they threw a decent amount of Pokemon in there. Very cool. Happy they're trying new things. I love it. Let's get into it. We have Celebrations. So regular ETB market price $498. We do have a ton of sales between like $420 and $460 though. And we got to check the Pokemon Center ETB. So it's just up a little bit. Went from like $550 to $560. We got a couple sales at $600 and $625. But most of the sales are right around $560 to $570. And the UPC, last sold for this one, $1290, $1294, $1299, and $1275. Looks like we got one with the picture at $1425 and a couple at $1300. Next, what else we got for Celebrations? The Zacian Level X box is at $135 now, and the Celebrations Collector Chest market price $192. Premium Figure Collection box $289, and the Pikachu V Union market price is $215. And there is a bigger one that also comes with a playmat, I think, and market price for that one is $225. Next, we have Evolving Skies. Checking the regular ETB, this is the one with Umbreon. Last sold for this one, $656, $660, $550, $540. Honestly, we do not get a ton of sales for this box, like one every few days. So the last couple are at $600. Let's see what we can get this one shipped for. So from a legit seller, $595. So this is a $600 ETB now. And we got to check that booster box, even though I think it is going down in price. Yeah, last sold $24.20, $25.50, $2600. Quite a few at $24 and $25. And let's see if we can find a Pokemon Center ETB. This is also the Umbreon one. Last sold $1,000, $1,100, $1,000, $1,999. Next, we have Crown Zenith. Booster bundle market price is $211. Checking the regular ETB. Just keeps going up and down, up and down. All last sold $335, $349, and $340. And let's see, the Sea and Sky Premium Collection market price $355. Scalarian tin still slowly climbing. Last sold $145, $160, $155. I have so many of these tins. Next, Pokemon Center ETB market price $586. Last sold $694, $562, $695, and $640. Again, barely any sales. Let's see what we can get this one shipped for. From a legit seller, $670. From a brand new seller, $630. Next, 151. Checking the regular ETB. Bouncing back. Last sold $598, $610, and $600. And we got to check that Pokemon Center ETB. Bouncing back also. Last sold $1,400, $1,575, $14, $1,405, and $1,390. And UPC still dropping. Market price $950. Last sold all right around there. Got one high one at $975. And the Blooming Waters box market price is now $400. Last sold $399, $395, $410. Next, we have Prismatic Evolutions, and it's bouncing back. The regular ETB market price $199. was at 156. Now last sold 175, 170, 180. Looks like 165 is the low. Mostly right around 175. And we got the SPC. This was at 280. Now last sold 299, 294, and 300. And Pokemon Center ETB is on the next page for some reason. Right here, market price 513, so definitely not going back up in price yet. That sold 490, 499, and 520. Next, we have Destin Rivals. Booster box still dropping. So this was at 640. Now last sold 559, 590, and 599. See, regular ETB dropping a little bit, market price 195, and Pokemon Center ETB still around the same, 545. The booster bundle is still slowly climbing, market price $87. Next, Ascended Heroes, market price for the regular ETB is $207, but last sold, we got sales 175, 165, 180. We just got a bunch of really high ones here, 260, 255, 240, 230. Let's see what we can get this one shipped for from a legit seller. 175 from a legit seller, 99.8% rating. So barely up in price technically then. And where's the Pokemon Center ETB? Market price 488. So this still not going crazy yet. All last sold. Got a couple at 470, 490, and one at 500. All right, let's get into it. We have the Scarlet and Violet base set booster box. Still slowly climbing. What was that, 295? Now last sold 350, 315. So about 89 of these at $330. That's legit like $30,000. Next, we have the Darkness Ablaze booster box. Was at 320. Now last sold 349, 372, 370, and 360. And the Phantasmal Flames booster box, bouncing back, got down to 410. Now last sold 440, 460, 489, and 457. And we got the Mega Evolution Enhanced booster box. It's at $288 a couple months ago. Now last sold 327, 330, and 333. Next, we have the Obsidian Flames booster box. Was at $350. Now last sold $394, $388, $419, $400. Next, we got some ETBs. The Phantasmal Flames regular ETB was at $105. Now last sold $160, $170, $150. And we got the regular Brilliant Stars. ETB was at $140. Now last sold $160, $189, and $170. And we got the regular Paldea Evolved ETB was at $162. Now last sold for this one, $244, $249, $225, and we got a high one at $300. We even have one at $400. Wow. And we got the regular Mega Evolution. This is the Lucario ETB, was at $92. Now last sold $130, $127, $139. This one is worth about $20, $30 more than the Gardevoir one, basically. Next, we have the Brilliant Stars Pokemon Center ETB, was at $200. Now last sold $270, $261, $250, and $237 is a low. Next, we have the Mega Charizard X UPC. This is at $190. Now last sold $255, $250, and one random high one at $385. And we also have the Team Rocket's Moltres UPC, was at $280. Now last sold $357, $389, $450, bunch at $450. I said a ton of times that this box is just going to keep climbing and climbing. Next, we have the VMAX Dragons Premium Collection. This is a double-sided box. I think Rayquaza's on the other side. This was at $200. Now last sold $250, $249, $239, and $220. This box does not sell very often. Once a week, maybe. Next, we have the Heavy Hitters Premium Collection. This was at $122. Now last sold $178, $219. Honestly, most of the sales are right around $179. Probably not a bad buy, especially with how crazy the Black Bolt and White Flare cards are going. Next, we have the First Partner Illustration Collection Series 1. This box just keeps climbing. Was at $50. Now last sold $72, $69, $70. We got a couple at $110 and $107, which is crazy. All right, let's get into some cards. We have the Slither Wing Illustration Rare. Was at $4. Now last sold right around $7. This card did get very expensive over a year ago now, but such a nice card. I can't remember what it got to, but I want to say it got like $40, $50. It got pretty expensive. Next, we have the Dolliv. This is from Scarlet and Violet base. This was at $5. Now last sold $7 and $8. Next, we have the Iron Moth from Paradox Rift. This was a $6 card. Now it's about a $9 card. Another very, very beautiful illustration rare. Next, we have the Watch Hog from White Flare. This is at $5. Now selling for right around $10. Next, we have the Blitzel. This is our second Blitzel illustration rare, but White Flare, they had to give every single one of these guys an illustration rare. Super adorable art. Was at $6. Now we got sales right around $11. Next, we have the Applin illustration rare from Twilight Masquerade. This was $7. Now we got sales $11, $12, and $13 for this card. Next, we have the Gullet from Black Bolt. This is at $5. Now selling for around $15 for this beauty. Next, the Pyroar, one of my all-time favorite illustrationers. I actually really want to get this one in a PSA 10. I'm going to collect all the cards that have the full evolution line in the same card. This is at $9. Now last sold 20, 18, and 16. Next, the Landorus from Black Bolt was at $19. Now last sold right around 30. Next, the Ducklet from White Flare. Basically, every White Flare and Black Bolt card is going up in price. This is at $14. Now last sold 34, 35, and 33. Next, the Metagross from Temporal Forces was at 24. Now last sold 40, 39, and 42. Next, we got the Lightbird illustration from White Flare. Was at $27. Now last sold 50, 52, 51, and 49. Next, we have the Zoroark from White Flare. Finally getting some love. Was at 46. We got sales now at 81, 83, and 73. PSA 10 sold for $350. Next, the Seismitoad from Black Bolt was at $170. Now last sold $349, $299, and $259. And the last illustration where is the Magikarp. Was at $329. Now last sold $399, $499, $420, $380, $450, $600. Prices are all over the place for this card. All right, we're going to jump into some special illustration rares. We have the Blood Moon Ursaluna. I'm not even kidding. This card has been $40 the entire time this card has been out. It has dropped to like 38 to like 42, and it's still barely over 40. Last sold 45, 42, 48. One at 60, but this is the first time I've ever seen sales like over $42 for this card. Next, we have the Superior EX from Black Bolt. Was at 43. Now last sold 58, 56, and one at 59. Next, the Keldeo, another beauty, was at 50. We got sales now 79, 85, and 77. Best Keldeo card we've ever gotten. Next, we got the Hydreigon. Best Hydreigon card we've ever gotten. Was at 69. Now last sold 89, 88, and 85. Got one high one at 96. Next, we got the Reshiram from White Flare. Was at 160. Now last sold 219, 205, and 230. Next, we have the Zekrom SIR from Black Bolt. Was at 200. Now last sold for this one 301, 300, 299, and 290. Next, the Vaporeon EX from Prismatic was at 219. Now last sold 295, 259, 278, and 317. And we got some Trainer Gallery cards. The Starmie V was at $103. Now last sold 133, 129, and 149. And the Pikachu V Max was at 95. We got sales now 149, 115, 125, and 130. And the Umbreon VMAX, this was at $90. Now last sold 148, 113, 125, 149, 140, kind of all over the place. And the rest of the Trainer Gallery cards have kind of leveled out now. Next, we got some Galarian Gallery cards. Here is the Giratina. So this thing just keeps going crazy. Finally starting to level out right around 400. We got sales now at 398, 387, 378, and a bunch at 400. I do think this will come back down in price to probably like 350, but still crazy. Next, the Mewtwo V-Star. Again, crazy card. Last sold for this one now 336, 299, and 300. And we have the Leafeon V-Star Galarian Gallery. Was at 68. Now last sold 95, 104. Pretty much every sale is at $95 though. Next, we got a couple alternate arts. We got the Gengar VMAX still climbing. Was at 787. Now last sold 986, 1145, and 980. Next, we have the Lugia V alternate art. This was at $409. Now last sold 599, 515, and 500. Next, the Dragonite V alternate art from Evolving was at 377. We got sales now 525, 599, and 610. And the Rayquaza V was at $285. We got sales now at $501, $576, and $600. I can see this card going up in price even more with this Rayquaza set coming. Next, even the Blaziken VMAX getting a little love. Last sold $375, $440, $440, $425, $380. This card has been right around $350 forever. Next, got a couple promos. We got the Oricorio EX. Was at $12, just up a little bit. All last sold right around $14 or $15. And last on the list, we have the Pikachu with Gray Felt Hat promo, one of the most expensive promos we have right now for Modern. This is at $847. Now last sold $1,200, $1,200, $1,156, and $1,250 for sealed. And there's not a ton of these actually on TCG Player. Current quantity is only 56 from 25 sellers, and the average daily sold is 1, and total sold for the last 3 months is 50. So not too bad for something this expensive from TCG Player, to be honest. But all right, that was this week's Pokemon Market Monday. If you guys like this content, want to stay ahead of the market, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, check out my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Fanatics, all that. You guys know what to do. You guys are the absolute best. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you guys want to watch my last Sunday video where I actually show what I picked up and I show what I'm, trying to pick up this month, click the video above. Otherwise, if you guys want to watch my vending videos, I have an entire playlist full of those, so definitely check that out. But all right, we'll see you next time.